Using she, they pronouns is a lot like wearing Heelys because sometimes, you're walking business as usual. And then sometimes you're like, well, what if we had a little fun? And what if we were finally free? That's it, word for word. Finally free.
And you were telling me how much you love my apartment.
Yeah, I was telling you. Yeah, and by the way, I've been talking about how much I love your apartment for, what has it been, 2 hours now? 2 hours now.
2 hours before we started rolling.
It's so like you're kind of flexing the idea that you can keep life living. There's so many plants.
And brag.
And
I have a plant addiction, but can you tell which one's fake?
That one.
Yeah,
it was really fast. Okay, it's all downhill.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, so sorry.
Should we have taken a little longer to try?
To be honest, by the way, I actually wasn't gonna know it was fake if you didn't say any of them were fake, but you said which one's fake, and I went, oh, that one.
The one that
I'm just so close to it.
The big one that I can never do. Do you watch 30 Rock?
I did.
LOL, putting the emphasis on rock. 30 Rock. 30 Rock.
I was obsessed with that show.
Yeah.
I mean, I still am. But there's one they do like a game show where it's like deal or no deal, but it's like $1 million cash and they're holding the briefcase.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
They're like you have to guess like which briefcase has like $1 million
and one's really heavy.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh my God, I can already picture it.
Like the girl is just like and the contestant's always like that one. And that was the deal with the plan.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome to Yenta, everybody.
Yay.
The podcast that's sometimes about comedy, sometimes about queerness, and always about gossip. Today on the podcast, we have Danika Lyle.
So happy to freaking be here. We're Gavin.
Comedian, actor. Writer.
Yeah, make something up now.
Famous on the internet.
Whoa.
For so many things.
But mainly the things you mentioned.
Yes, and those things.
And the crime.
Yeah.
No, not yet.
And
not
for
yet.
crocheting all their own
All my own stuff.
Yeah.
That's a famous thing about me is
Famously.
that anything you've ever seen me wear, I made it.
Anything.
And our guest co-host, Maddy Schmidt. Thank you so much for guest co-hosting.
Thank you for having me.
It's so
Called ghosting, actually.
That's
how we got the word.
Ghosting.
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that.
From guest hosting.
Yeah.
And wait, can I call you Danny?
Yeah, I like that.
That better.
I do. It's actually one of those things where I every year go back and forth on if I'm going to go by Danika or Danny because everyone knows me as Danny.
Yeah.
But now because my Instagram name is Danika, some people are like, "Oh, you'll probably go by Danika," and I'm like, maybe I just should. It's actually not easy to be fluid with a name.
Totally.
I thought it.
Pronouns easy.
The pronouns easy.
Everyone is used to that. Go back and forth.
Oh my God.
Change it
Famously, everyone's great at it.
Yeah, everybody loves it.
But something about
Everybody will
Danika
adapt.
and Danny, it also is funny to me because I know it isn't because someone is more formal with me that they're using Danika or whatever, but it does immediately do that a little bit.
Totally.
So be Danny Town
Danny,
now.
okay, we're
We're so there.
Danny
That's
We're
like
so there.
sometimes when I write something, I want to be like, oh, by like Maddy Schmidt. It's like, ooh, that sounds just more writerly and whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like, no one would ever call me that.
Who would ever?
That would be
This girl with
crazy.
the lollipop necklace. That's not a Madeline.
That's not a Madeline.
Your pants that are a jacket. Repurposed.
That's not
Insane.
Madeline
No.
core. That is
That's not. Madeline
That's not-
would never. Madeline
she would
has
never.
two things: either a suit or she's a small Parisian girl.
I was thinking
Yeah.
With a
she
big
lives on the
hat.
balcony. She's always going
she
like
has
this.
appendicitis all the time.
Right. Right. And
Totally.
me and Ray are like, yes. That was the third book, Madeline, where she gets the appendicitis.
Oh yeah, that's the one I mainly remember.
Yeah. The appendicitis.
In the middle of the night.
And Danny, I've just been such an admirer of you on the internet for so long. And
Shut
Maddy
your
and I were
butt.
talking about this. We did a mic together and we're like, we can't believe Danny's coming on the podcast.
What?
No,
I'm
it's
a
true.
huge Danny stan.
We're huge fans.
That doesn't make any sense because that doesn't make any sense.
Take it.
Because I'll just take it.
Because you're just
No, let me
forget
just
it.
refute every part of it really quick, which is important. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's so nice.
Yeah. And we've talked on the internet a
yeah.
little bit about
because I love your stuff and I love your stuff.
No.
I don't have stuff to
Yeah,
love.
yeah, it's fine.
By the way, they just for those of you who are only listening to audio, they just took out guns and they went, shut up. And those of you who are on the video,
just
Don't tell 'em.
lie for us.
Mm-hmm.
But we've talked about I guess I've posted about just the the struggle of posting.
Oh my God, yeah.
And like you've commiserated with me on that, and I just want to thank you.
I will commiserate any day
I know
to
this
anyone.
Is so relatable.
So relatable because everyone's out there like,
everyone's posting.
You guys right now are drafting your front-facing comedy reels.
Do you call them front-facing comedy?
Yeah, I think because there was some sort of tweet that was a joke that our friend Graham like sent me one time. Graham Byrne.
Yeah. Graham Byrne.
Shout out.
Uh-huh.
He was just like the new gold rush is rushing to make your comedy front-facing comedy reels.
Yeah.
Totally.
Of just the idea that everyone is just like, I gotta strike it big.
and it's just like the FaceTime-esque.
Yeah.
I wish we could go back to the days of vaudeville when I could just go and do my little tap dance and like everyone would just, there'd be paper flyers and people would be like, go spend a penny to see her do her little dance.
I forgot that you've lived 100 years.
Oh yeah. Oh, did I mention I've been around.
You have
the Kylie Jenner facelift.
Kris
Chris
Jenner
Jenner.
Sorry, Chris.
You know it's Chris.
Yeah, I knew that.
I did spend the whole morning looking at videos of it. I wish I could be like, this is crazy, but I'm really just interested.
Yeah.
Not for myself, but genuinely like from a scientific,
and, like,
medical.
What is photoshopped? What is real?
Yeah, I gotta think. I mean, yeah, like purely from a medical, scientific standpoint, I'm just very much like, wow, they've put so much effort into this thing, this one medical thing for so long, obviously because there's so much money in it. And I kind of liked the idea that like, if you go on Reddit and you're like, how do I make myself look younger? Most of it is like, you accept it. You just accept. And now it literally is like, no, bitch.
Don't
accept it.
Go
Put
to
money
Kris Jenner.
Put
surgeon.
money
Put
do it.
Don't send your kids to college. Get
No.
a facelift.
Get
Got a
facelift.
facelift.
Yeah.
Stretch that shit all the way back.
And
Yeah.
it's like I'm like judging, but I'm also like, I would do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if I was her and I had the money, I would do it.
It's so weird the way that it slowly shifts
Yeah.
a little bit. So I also I'm very dumb about certain things. Some things so smart about,
Yeah.
but especially about like a lot of wellness and beauty things. Like I did not know. I thought Botox was basically just like filling in the lines, filler.
Is it not that?
So and
I don't know.
Madeline,
I know
look at me.
even less.
Yeah, okay, good. This is good to know.
Using my
3
Christian
idiots.
name.
I know a little.
So you'll probably know this, that Botox is actually just paralyzing the muscles.
Yes.
So I go to my sister. I'm like, I think I might get Botox. And she's like, your whole thing is that you're doing
facial
your
expression.
facial
A lot of-
expressions. And I'm
yeah.
like,
Crucial,
yeah, that's fine.
actually.
And she's just like, well, you're gonna paralyze your muscles. I'm like, no. And then
It's
she's like,
fine.
but that's actually the whole thing. And then I looked it up and I was like, that's the whole thing?
It is.
Why would you do that?
That's crazy. Why would you elect?
There was an
to-
actress. Oh, I forget her name, but she's in she's in White Lotus.
Yeah.
They made fun of her on SNL for the teeth, and it was a whole
Oh,
drama.
Amy,
yeah.
Amy, yes, she talked
love
about how
her.
she can't get Botox because she's like, I'm an actress.
Yeah.
And like, I need to use my face. I need to use
No,
my lines.
literally.
But I do think if you have not that much Botox,
Yeah.
like you can have like a
There's certain muscles that don't move, right?
Yeah.
Again, 3 idiots. Absolutely in
There
the
gotta be
medical
some that we're
field.
not
I'm gonna
using. It's
call-
like
yeah.
how you're only using like 9% of your brain or something like that. I don't know if that's a real statistic.
I also think like I did think this for a minute. I was just like, some stand-up comedians, you know, like their whole thing is being deadpan. And if I
Right.
was ready to do a whole 180 where my thing is like this, you'll know once my comedy starts doing that, it's because I'm about to get Botox. And I'm just
not
like,
even after you're in preparation
Yeah.
for getting Botox. You're like, okay, I got to prime my audience to not expect any kind of facial
yeah,
expression.
so that they have no idea.
And now I'm
Perfect.
thinking of all the deadpan comedians, and I'm like, oh, it's just, and they also have a
It's
ton
just
of Botox.
Botox.
Yeah, I was about to name names,
Dimitri
but
Martin famously never moved his face.
Oh, I was thinking Mary Beth.
No, I was thinking. Oh, and then I was just like, I love you.
I love you too. Wait, was she not open about that?
I don't know.
I don't
Well,
know.
she's I don't.
I love her.
I love her.
Do you think
Hey,
I should
great.
cut that?
No.
That's fine.
That's
no,
actually
deadpan
fine.
is a style.
great.
It's not like she doesn't know she's deadpan.
And
Yeah.
and that she has Botox.
And that
And that we are saying on the record, she is Botox facelift. No.
and she's hot as fuck.
And she's so
She's
hot.
So hot.
Yeah. All my feed right now, I open my phone, it's overcompensating. And I'm like, thank God. I literally.
Oh, the show.
The
yeah,
show,
I
yeah.
haven't
I gotta
seen
watch
yet.
it.
but I want to watch
Oh, and I haven't seen it either, but I feel like I have. And oh, by the way, like I haven't seen it either yet, but my whole feed is fan edits of it, and it's just so fun to watch people that you stalked online and like have just followed rise their whole career, and that's definitely how I feel about Benito Skinner because it's a love-hate relationship because I have watched his astrology videos where he would like do the characters of like, this is a Leo, this is a Capricorn. And I hated the Capricorn one, which is what I am.
Same.
Are you a Capricorn?
Yes.
Apparently we care about money and we don't care about feelings. And I'm like, that's so stupid.
So stupid. I hate money.
If that was real, I'd have more of it.
Money.
I'd have so much more. But anyway, I would watch his and I never liked how he talked about Capricorns, but I was like, I can overlook that.
Capricorn, most underrated sign. We get no attention.
No attention.
No love. I think it's because we're just really normal.
Yeah.
Normal. And I just want to say I'm a freak.
Yeah.
But like we're not like, we don't have like as big, I don't know, like we're not Scorpios.
Yeah.
We're a little bit more grounded.
You know what?
And we get less attention because of that, and I'm mad.
And we get no attention, or our attention is negative press.
Right.
It's a lot of, if you go on Instagram, I did like a stand-up joke about this, but like on the meme pages where they try to give you like a funny thing. One time I saw the one that was like music, and it was just like Virgo's hard rock, like Gemini your disco, and Capricorn's like white noise to fall asleep to. Just like absolute
so
dig.
offensive.
Just absolute.
That's a good roast.
I mean, it's amazing. We're laughing.
Yeah, I guess I am kind of boring.
yeah, I forgot. You're kind of really boring. No.
I'm actually falling asleep right now in this conversation.
Yeah. We edit this later.
You actually, this whole thing is edited to make me look awake.
But it is like, I don't know, the astrology, I like think I will be into it when I feel like it paints
matches.
me. Or it just paints me as a more fun person.
Totally.
Yeah.
But for now, it's all business, baby.
And I actually do really relate to my Capricorn theology.
Oh, really?
Of being like just really ambitious, really driven.
Yeah.
You know who else Capricorn? Quinta Brunson.
Whoa, and Issa.
And Issa.
Oh.
And Issa Raye.
Shit.
And those.
Oh, sorry, I just call her Issa.
We're on a first name
You guys are
basis.
so
Sorry,
tight.
that's just Issa. But no.
And that really resonates with me. Like, I know what I want. I'm trying really hard to get it. Is it working?
Yes.
I mean,
But
we have mics in our hands.
yeah,
I mean, honey,
that's
we have
how
mics in our
you
hands.
know.
No, you're right.
yeah.
I do feel that. I'm doing this thing in therapy called parts work.
Yes.
Which I don't know if you know, is like basically where you identify in your mind that there are different parts of you that actually want different things, and then you name them, and then you create what they look like. It feels like DIY schizophrenia. You're creating. Yeah. My therapist is just like, and that's Kelsey, and she has a tennis skirt, and she wants you to do this, and I'm like, I'm leaving here more crazy. But
And also, you have more
funny.
characters.
also, I have more characters.
For your work.
Parts work.
Perfect.
Yeah, that. Unfortunately, somebody is writing that solo show already. It's called Parts Work It, Girl, and honey.
Parts work. WERK.
Yeah, and it's gonna go up in Chicago at the Lincoln Lodge or whatever. But when I started doing that, I was like, well, one of these is a Capricorn. Now
Right.
I see it.
Yeah.
She's just not the one that dresses me, that meets people.
Yeah.
But she is the one that wakes up early to make front-facing comedy videos. So.
Do you do those early in the morning? So you had a date early this morning.
yes.
You make your front-facing comedy videos
date.
early in the morning.
Podcast.
Yeah.
Go back to brush your teeth.
Yeah.
Podcast.
Yes, I famously...
That is Capricorn energy.
Maybe you're right. I went on a date that was only 5 minutes away from where we were recording this, and I was just like, I need to brush my teeth. So I drove 30 minutes to go home, brushed my teeth, and came 35 minutes back and was 5 minutes late. 10.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna give it a 15.
Yeah. Let's give it a
Perfect.
15.
It was perfect amount of
Let the record show
God.
we were sitting at least 6 feet apart.
Yeah.
I would not have smelled your breath.
Yeah.
I
You were
mean,
worried that we would be like right here for the pod.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
we would be
yeah.
like, oh, it
Smells fucking
I wouldn't be able to make jokes. I would have just been
No,
in
that's
my
so
head
fair.
being
That's so
like,
fair.
what the hell?
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, I was going to say something about...
Oh, you do things in the morning?
Oh, yeah, I do. That's it. We never talk again. But for a while, and this is, I think, the reason, I think we like talked about this of just, My thing with making videos is I do it when I feel like inspired to do it, and then often that means it's a cycle of like doing a bunch and then not, which famously the algorithm loves and rewards. But there was a while I was doing it all the time, but because I work like a full-time, job that is an hour commute to get there, I like the only time I could actually post it by noon is if I woke up early that day, and then I would I would get to work, I would edit it.
Nice.
Cut that. No, you don't have to. They don't. They're good.
Okay. The amount of things that I've edited during my work time.
Yeah.
And I can say that because my last day was Friday. It is insane.
Yeah.
Podcasts, stand-up, everything
my whole
on
work computer
the clock.
Oh.
And I don't care.
That's the only way to do it.
Yeah.
My whole work computer, all the tabs were just like Canva. Here's a show poster, Canva.
Yeah.
I accidentally on my work, because I have two Canva, I have the one I have and then the work one, and I'm just kind of like, can I stop paying for mine?
Yeah.
And just do it on the work
Hey,
one?
here's a secret. Yes.
Oh, whoa, that's a good secret for the pod.
And is it like a 9 to 5 in the office?
Yeah.
Every day?
Yeah, 4 days a week in the
days.
office. And yeah, I live in Silver Lake. I work in Santa Monica.
Wow.
And I tell people this all the time, but like, I have finally come around to the delusional method of I cannot say out loud that I don't like the commute.
Yeah.
And I never do. I just go like, yeah, it's a long commute, whatever. Obviously, I love it.
That's great.
I listen to podcasts.
I listen to
and
podcasts.
I have so much, and I learn so much.
I'm so freaking smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. And
I listen to 30-second snippets of the Daily, and I kind of get what's going on in the world. I get it. I get it.
the
As
headlines
much as I
of the
need to.
Daily, and then I pretend that I listen
For
to
sure.
them when people bring them up.
Boom.
And I even form opinions about.
What?
Yeah.
Name 3.
No.
Okay, that's fair. And you would
But
only.
I have them.
Yeah, but they're for you and not
they're
for
for me.
us.
They're for
no,
me.
and I do a cycle of smart person book of
Yeah.
like and then I do fantasy smut.
Fun.
Nice.
And then I do like some sort of career thing.
Oh, any
Cool.
Rex?
And now that I say this is really Capricorn.
Yeah.
But the Rex, I feel like I'm reading a lot of this one psychology book that was like, I think it's something human behavior. It's by someone. I read How to Not Die, which is that food book.
Oh, okay.
By Michael something. I'm like, whenever
Such a vague.
no, I know I'm kind of nervous because I'm like, oh, people are gonna hear this and they can look it up, and so if I'm wrong, I look dumb as rocks. But there is this book about human behavior where it like talks about like all the different ways that humans, especially in relationships, relate to each other, and they coined the 4 apocalypse of.
I've heard
do you know
of
this?
this.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
4.
yeah.
It's said on a lot of podcasts of relationships, which are like defensiveness,
Yeah.
contempt,
Oh,
criticism,
yes.
stonewalling.
Yeah.
My therapist calls them the 4 horsemen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And that's what the book is
And
about.
isn't one of them like ignoring bids for attention? Is that stonewalling?
I bet that's stonewalling. If I had to give one, if I had to play the little match game.
Yeah.
So I do, a lot of gorgeous self-help moments, and then I go, actually, let's get these fairies in here and let's have them have sex,
Yeah.
and that's what I need
I
to
feel
listen
like
to.
I couldn't listen to smut.
You can.
Yeah, wait.
Oh, wait,
No, I
you
know
can.
you can.
Who is narrating? Anyone like famous, or is it just
No, women who I'm jealous of. Women who I would steal their jobs if I could.
You would be good at it. You
I would be very good
You
at
have
it.
you have a very smut voice, if I may say.
I
so.
have a very smut voice. But the problem
very
is...
smut.
I'm feeling. I'm flustered.
Get in the comments. Get in the comments. At Audible and at Wondery. We need. I won't lie. That was my biggest. I think favorite moment on the internet. It wasn't for a video that I made. It was my cousin made a video, and I was just in it for a second. And one comment goes, "Dang, cousin's got a great voice," and I went,
Wow.
"I'm about to do Audible."
Audible? Get on the
Audible?
phone.
Yeah, you're about to go.
Yeah.
You
Get on the
do
phone
have
right
a
now.
great voice.
That's really
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
I have nodes though, so Yeah.
Oh my
But
god.
does that- but it
Every
helps.
acapella girl's greatest fear.
It doesn't help. And Ray's like, but that helps.
But it helps.
No.
But does it?
Does it hurt?
Negatively? Yeah. What?
Yeah, it just means that like I used to be able to sing
Oh.
at all, really, and now like I can only sing like low. Like I'll just be like la la la.
Okay,
la,
sounds like
la,
you would be an
la, la,
asset
la, la.
to any acapella group.
Yeah.
That's me trying to sing a note that's a little bit higher.
No way. I
No,
don't
I'm
believe you.
yeah. La 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 la. Oh, it's really sad.
Oh no! Wait, how'd you get notes? Do you know?
I have my suspicion, and I think it was freshman year of college. I had, I've always had trouble. Like I lose my voice all the time because screaming. And I think I had immediately when I got to college started doing a musical, so I had to go on vocal rest like every other week. And like imagine it's your first quarter at school, and you keep meeting new people, and then being like, sorry, actually, I'm on vocal rest.
You hold up your little whiteboard. I remember in high school, I'm on vocal rest.
You went to high school together?
Oh no! Just like in high school, people did
I was
this. I wish.
I wish. Oh my God. The
Please, if I could
stories
go back
of
in
that.
time.
But like I was meeting new people as like the theater,
yeah.
and I was so embarrassed. So as soon as the musical was over, I was like, I'm not doing vocal rest anymore. I basically spent the last 6 months of that whole school year just like going through the pain like so much. I remember like I sounded like a smoker for so long, and I was like, this is probably nothing, and then it was not. But basically I'm gonna get it back because I did go to a vocal doctor, and they were like, oh, with enough diligence you can fix this. And I was like, great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Do you
Now
need
we'll wait
surgery?
till the day that I just fix it. I don't know when that is.
Is it like, what do you have to do?
Yeah. What do you?
People I feel like in the comments are like, no,
Shut up.
shut up. You
Keep
can't
them.
keep them.
You suck.
You can't get them. You suck. But apparently it's like a combination of exercises and, you know, like not speaking when not necessary. And
But that's
Well,
impossible.
only speaking when spoken to, being
Yeah.
seen and not heard.
Can't.
That's-
your voice needs to be heard, Denny.
and
Yeah.
that's
And
hey,
I'm gonna say it.
wait, thank you
You have
for
to just keep
saying that.
talking.
Yeah. It is kind of a strange thing to go from like singing being a big part of my personality to just being like, well, it's gone. Well, that was the past.
Dude, I mean, I feel the same way.
Yeah.
Not because of nodes. I just kind of stopped doing theater. Like after the pandemic, I like directed a show, and I think that was the last thing I ever did in college that was like musical theater related, but that was my whole thing.
I can't wait for in 10 years,
Yeah,
20 years when you totally come back to community theater. It's going to be
Why
amazing.
is it 20?
I think at first, I thought,
Why so long?
No. I think, and I don't know if you're wanting to have kids, but I'm imagining you have kids. The kids are kind of
and
now
I'm just
have
like
a
the-
schedule of their own, and you're finally like, okay, maybe I will. Because that, my mom didn't actually end up doing it, but she literally dropped me off to go to like the musical, and they literally were like, wait a minute. We're doing ragtime. Also, just because they were like, she was like the one black woman who keep coming into the office, and they were like, we're doing ragtime. We think you could be great.
And she did it with you?
No. But she really wanted to, but then she had a job, and it wouldn't work.
Jobs.
Okay, so on the topic of kids, is one of my favorite videos of yours, which is Gen Z tries to talk about having kids.
Yeah.
Oh, hells yeah.
And I love that because it's like it's so funny and it's so like poignant at the same time. You know, it's like it just speaks to a fear that I think so many people have. How did you do it? It's such an annoying question, but tell us about like the process of that sketch from originating to filming and editing.
Thank you for asking that. I mean, that is something I like talk about with my friends all the time.
Right.
You know, like, which, to be honest, it's funny the degree to which I don't actually think that a lot of people take that question as seriously as I'm taking it. Like, I really am like, and maybe this is just like the problem of I do want to imagine who of my friends am I raising kids like with at the same time. Like that's how I imagine it is like, are we all gonna like be in Mommy and Me together?
Right.
And
am I gonna lose all my friends if I'm the only one that does it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's probably not the way to think about it, but it is so much about.
No, but it's true. People lose their friend. And like people having kids and not having kids is a game changer.
Totally.
That's it. Yeah.
And so
It's like a
I'm just
different
like,
life.
I'm just like having this moment where I'm like, who are going to be the people who are going to have kids and who aren't? Not to figure out whether or not I have kids, but kind of like the idea that none of my friends have kids.
Right.
And
Who are
I'm
you
the
gonna invest
one
in?
with kids. I'm like, no, you know what? I actually am going to say I think there is a small part of me that it's like, hey, maybe we're not having kids. What are we doing?
Yeah.
And also, I no longer subscribe to this, but like my last year of college, I was really like all the plays, all the writing I did was about wanting to have, not being sure if it was morally right to have kids.
Yeah.
Now I kind of am like, do what you want. Obviously, it's fine.
Yeah.
But like at the time, I was so in my like heady, like intellectual bullshit of just like, I don't even know if you go through this cycle of trauma, like you have to address that before you have a kid. Otherwise, what are you doing? And you have to unpack
Selfish to have a kid.
Yeah, it's absolute.
I was like that too.
Yeah. And then you grow up and it's fine or whatever. But like, yeah, it is something I'm always thinking about. Also, the women in my family go through menopause really early, like 35. Isn't that it's like medically insanely early?
Oh my God.
You know, it's insane.
I mean, kind of awesome. No periods.
Yeah. I mean, early no periods.
kind of
Hell yeah. But it does mean that like I'm stressed all the time, and I'm kind of
Fair.
like, are we thinking about this? Because everyone else is like, we have time.
There's
I'm
like a ticking
I
clock.
don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
Yeah, I know it's crazy.
So
Would you ever
you're-
freeze your eggs?
That is definitely a very, and it's funny
But even
'cause-
if you freeze your eggs if you're at menopause,
no, I'd have to freeze them like soon.
well, you marry a woman or you marry someone with a uterus.
Yeah, true.
Freeze your eggs.
Ladies, get in the comments.
Get in her DMs.
Get in my DMs. But it is,
You'll go on a nice morning date.
yeah, I only do 10:30 a.m. dates, by the way.
With no sexual tension. at all.
Yeah, no, and by the way, you were absolutely lovely. But
Oh yeah, I forgot this was a real person.
yeah, a real person who did. I'm not kidding. At the end of the date, I was like, he was like, oh, I'm gonna go. What are you doing the rest of the day? And I'm like, I'm going to a podcast recording. And he goes, oh yeah, send it to me afterwards. I'm like, no. I literally went, no. And that sounds like an insane thing to do next.
How many people that you date are like watch your stuff?
Fodder for your podcast.
Oh my God.
And that too.
Wait, I've only one time, this was so hot and but I don't want it to happen again, but somebody came up to me and was just like, I watch your videos, do you want to go out? And it was this girl that then I saw for like 3 weeks, and it was very amazing. And if you're out there, hey, you know who you are, Talia. Talia, hope you're well. But
Talia with a little mullet.
no.
Oh, because I dated a Talia.
Oh, but she
With the mullet.
In Silver Lake.
she was in Silver Lake.
But she's like in love and lame.
Lame.
No, I'm
Gotta
happy. I'm
stop
happy for her. I'm
dating
happy
girls
for
who are in love. We gotta stop dating these girls in love. But I would say that mainly. No, I'm attracted to other comedians, unfortunately.
I mean, I'm famously a chuckle fucker with my one boyfriend who's a comedian.
Yeah.
With my one boyfriend who's yeah.
And it's such a curse because especially like if you are someone who dates men as well, like, I mean, this is a famous problem, but like men who are funny are very attracted to women who aren't funny or whatever.
The funny ones.
Because they want to be the funny
Yeah.
ones. Whereas women who are funny are like, oh, I'd love to see someone else funny. Yeah.
Famously, I know. That's why I appreciate my boyfriend so much. Or at least I hope that's not why
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I like how lame, stupid she is.
Yeah, he's over here like, she's not fucking funny.
No, he's really great. I really
Yeah.
he's great.
Does your partner joke?
Not funny.
Okay,
Not
cool.
No, sorry.
So
you're so
you're
funny. I love you. You're so funny. No, they're
Not
really
mining
funny,
it for content.
but not. He's not like stage funny.
Okay,
You
yeah,
know, he's just like a really
That's
funny character.
better.
Yeah.
Like, that
funny
is-
in real life.
just like organically funny.
But just like a weirdo funny. Like,
Yes.
like just like does weird shit and like makes a table laugh because they're like, what?
No, you're actually describing the best kind of person for a comedian to date.
Yes.
Like still amusing, but in a completely different way.
So different. Like could never write
yeah.
a joke.
All love.
But
all love. I'm loving
in
all love.
in the best possible way. But every time my mom talks to him, she goes, "You're kind of like Seinfeld. You're so funny." And now she's getting it in his head that he can do stage comedy, and I'm like, you should try it.
Yeah. Oh my god.
No, because he like. Yeah, no, it's fine.
No, but maybe.
And also, if you did, it would be totally fine. And
now it's a diary entry.
Yeah.
And babe, when you're watching this, I want you to know you can try anything.
You can.
And you'll fly, you'll soar. But I think also, like, to be so honest, the reason I like the idea of dating comedians, or like like trend towards it, it's also because it's like so busy, like such a busy schedule, and part of me is literally would love a buddy to go to the mic with, which is kind of
dude, that's like
famously not the reason you fall in love.
You should not date someone like that. I mean, you do you
yeah
and also I feel like that would be hard.
I mean, that's like how my boyfriend and I like met. So we met at work.
Right, you're just like, that's a terrible idea, and you're
that's
like,
kind of exactly what I do and have been doing. No, we just like, we were working together, and then we would go to mics together after work, and then I think it was like spending that much time together, like literally all day, and then we're like, wait, but we still want to spend even more time together after all of that. Like, okay, maybe
what you're saying is true love to
maybe
me.
We're in love.
Yeah.
But I also think more than just wanting to date someone who's funny. Obviously, it's like, you know, nice to date someone with a similar sense of humor and whatever. But like, I think being funny, if I do say so, it's an indicator of intelligence. And I think people have always said this, and I think it's an indicator of self-awareness. And I think it's, you know,
knowing that
it's the wavelength. People who are a little more with it tend to be just like funnier.
It's also like, I think that when silliness isn't a value, which is a crazy thing, like a core value is like wanting to be like, okay, we have this one life, it is very hard, like let's continually add levity.
100%.
And somebody sees that as something that is making something light when it shouldn't be light, or like not taking things seriously. Like I've been on dates where it's felt like I feel like the child, or like whatever, and that's not how I feel when I'm being funny. I feel smart. I feel like whatever. Or I feel like.
But they made you feel like the child.
That's awful.
Like this is the reason we do it, and then I feel like not smart. Like I feel like
oh my god, that's
me
terrible.
like hard cut to the date. I'm saying poop.
Farts.
I'm like, and then the car like rams into me.
You're like sticking breadsticks up your nose, like.
And then I'm like, he made me feel like a child.
How fucked up of
so
him
fucked up. No,
so messed up.
It's so messed up. But I also find that like when I date women who are extremely funny too, like it is like way easier. Like every woman is funny also.
Yeah,
and
inherently,
in my opinion. And so it never like that never ends up being at all even a thing I'm thinking about, is like competitiveness or whatever in comedy, or like being too serious or whatever. I don't know. Me whenever I talk about it's such a bisexual thing, I'm like, well, the two genders are opposite.
Yeah.
And let me talk about it. A she, they.
And girls are like
a she, they. When girls get in there.
I have that same inclination all the time. Like I want to be like, girls like this, boys like this.
yeah.
But it's like, it's impossible to fight against.
Oh, it's impossible to fight against. I'm trying to workshop this joke about like how we put like, when we think about like adding a they to pronoun, it's because you're like, I want to step outside of gender. I want to like, you know, I'm always thinking about this one box, and I think that it's so much less than that. So you put a they in there, and now you're thinking about gender all the fucking time.
Oh my god!
Now I'm talking about gender all the time. I'm like, the whole reason I wanted to put the they is because I'm like, let's get away from it.
That's
every
so
day.
Funny. Yeah, it's like almost the only way to get away from it is just to like, just stop talking about it at all.
Stop
making it a thing. Like maybe it's just a thing because we keep talking about it.
I literally have this conversation all the time. I'm like, I have to stop talking about the non-binary thing. Like it's so annoying. And then all I do is talk about it.
Shut the fuck up.
It sucks. I don't know how to stop talking about it either, because it just feels like the whole world is like, this is what you are.
Mm-hmm.
And like if I don't talk about it, it's impossible.
You can't erase yourself,
And
brother.
Yeah, and don't even try.
And then like planning a wedding, and then like it's so gendered.
Talk
Everything is
about
like
that.
the groom does this, the bride.
And you were
Talk
telling
about
me
that.
that your algorithm, your Instagram algorithm, knows you're getting married, but keeps showing you wedding dresses.
That's, my explore page is just like girl dress, and like I'm in the middle of like getting a custom suit for like the wedding, and
Oh
it's
my
just,
gosh.
I mean, it's
That's
just,
a whole, unfortunately, Capricorn brain is going, that's a solo show. That's a solo show. You're making your wedding, but it's non-binary.
Yeah.
So gendered.
but it's
I mean,
also,
write that down.
No,
But, like,
don't
for
worry.
real,
Well,
write that down.
it's in the podcast.
We're mid writing the show
Yeah,
already.
right.
I'm like, I don't have an ending yet, but I know this
I
is
know the
it.
bits.
But it's called Diamonds Are a Non-Binary's Best Friend.
Literally.
Because we can't stop talking about being non-binary.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, tell me about the she/they thing for you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I say
thing.
I say the worst things ever. I'm like, yeah. So anyway, it's a ploy for
for attention. As we all
absolutely. Like, I started going by she/they in I think 2020. And
you have an amazing joke about it. Which
Oh,
I
yeah.
won't spoil for the listeners, but go to Danny's page.
go to my page. I won't spoil it.
It's or say it.
I'm gonna spoil it.
Okay.
But it was just like using she/they pronouns is a lot like wearing Heelys, because sometimes you're walking business as usual, and then sometimes you're like, but what if we had a little fun, and what if we were finally free? That's it, word for word. Finally free. And I think and people talk about this all the time, but like when you're thinking about gender, and this is something I've really been unpacking lately, of just like, it is not an inner self-hatred or inner misogyny, which is why I want to also look at myself in a different context besides like growing up as a woman and being socialized as a woman. But it's about just wanting to, like, in general, just be like, gender doesn't have to be a part of everything I do, because I always am thinking in that context. I do go back and forth all the time of like, am I, by being non-binary and seeing myself in that way, am I saying that I couldn't do those things, like
as a woman,
in the woman experience?
But also,
it's
so when you are like girl, woman, socialized a woman, like it's so hard to not shed that, but that's the first thing people see. And I wrote this was like a thesis essay I wrote in college about why there is a lack of female late night hosts, why it's always like a Jimmy, like a generic Jimmy.
So many Jimmys.
Because it's like, it's this like prime time slot. They want to be like as mass relatable and mass appealing as possible, and people look at a man, and a man can just say and do fucking anything they want, but a woman, they will always be just like charged, like everyone will always be like, oh, like a woman doing it's just so weird.
For me, I think that I like it's really powerful to change your pronouns, really not for of course, like everyone else's viewership of you, because it's really hard, like things are so ingrained. Like you were just saying, basically, like being identifying as non-binary, now everyone is like, it looks like this, and you start having to talk about it. But I think it was really helpful for me mentally to not do what I had been doing, which was kind of putting everything in like I am a woman only, and I have to like think of everything. I had a lot of inner thoughts about hysteria a lot of time, the word hysterical,
crazy,
which of course is
origin.
just like a word that came up that meant women be crazy. And
then solved by giving them making them orgasm.
Yeah.
Finally. You know what?
Wait,
really? I thought it was like take them to the sea and have them smell the salt air.
Well, that too. But like the first vibrator was to cure hysteria. And it was this like,
and
they made a whole movie about it. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do. I know the clip.
It was a really bad movie, which I wish it wasn't bad. But like, it was just.
By the way,
and
if
you made
bad.
it's great.
And if you made it, hire me in something. But because you're doing way better than I am. But it was like a wooden dildo that like a woman would sit on in the doctor's office,
and it would shake,
and they would like
wooden
cure her.
Wooden is funny.
Yeah,
man.
Well, I don't know if the
I don't
actual
want splitters in my
I don't think,
honey. I don't think.
I mean, like, no. The thing, the dildo wasn't wooden. Just like the
thing,
the apparatus,
the like,
okay.
yeah.
Sure.
It was like a
the
saddle.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, but like I remember So yeah, my disclaimer is that I know that pieces of this feel very like it feels like inner misogyny in some way, but that isn't how it is like actualized for me. Like it is just a way to reframe and know that I am on the spectrum of gender. But anyway, growing up, from being socialized as a woman, began to associate like when I would be emotional kind of in any way as this kind of hysteria. Like I literally like did not trust my own reactions and thoughts. And it became this thing where I would always ask like the men in my life, like, what is the objective way I should be feeling? Like I started like being like going to like basically my guy friends as therapists of kind of just being like
the experts of emotion.
Yeah. Or hanging out with them being like, if I could only just have this normal way of being or like whatever, which was just so wild. I just really remember having really fucked up binary like views of gender.
Didn't you grow up in like a really progressive
church and stuff like that? I grew up in a progressive like town.
Okay.
This was I don't know if this was because honestly, like I was obsessed with stand up and like you just
it
watch.
was all masculine.
It's just all masculine. It's so like guys are like this, girls like this. Like that was totally a thing that growing up. I remember I told my English teacher in like sophomore year, I was just like, well, I want to be a stand-up, but I never can be because women will never be seen as funny.
Yeah.
Which was a crazy thing where he was like, women are totally seen as funny, but all I knew was the videos online were, to me, all male stand-ups, and the comments on the women, the few women stand-ups were so awful. And it was most of them that I totally thought for most of high school, I was like, you
just have to work so much harder. And it's so much harder to get a broad audience. Like it feels like female comedians are like for other women, or like it's so easy to fall into that like thing because like, well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Why should we be bidding for everyone's attention? I think what makes comedy great is that you have your own niche audience who has your weird way of thinking, and you find those people.
Which is beautiful, but also, there are these moments where like at the beginning of my comedy career, it felt like I was fighting to be the exception or something of like trying to prove something of like, I know this is a person, this is an audience that wouldn't normally like me because people have said this before, but like, it feels like when a guy is doing stand-up, they're just like, all right, show me what you got. And then a woman does that and she's trying. Like suddenly, like it's like, oh, she's trying to blank, blank, blank. Whereas a guy, you don't even see they're trying. You're just kind of like, let's see like what this is.
Right. Or like they get to be like, oh, this is natural.
Yes.
Oh, they're just naturally like that.
Yeah.
But like, no, I mean, if they're good, they're working hard. Yeah.
No, and so that's how it always... So I think I was conditioned because again, like I was so like all stand-ups are men.
Yeah.
Like
what was that first jump like for you? Like from that feeling of like I can't do this to getting in and doing it.
Well, I feel like the first time I did stand-up was in a frat basement.
Oh, good.
So
perfect segue.
Perfect segue.
God.
But the first time I did stand-up was in a frat basement, and it was a really mixed crowd, but I do think that especially by that point, I still wasn't, like I was, huge feminist, huge progressive, but like still had some probably fucked up ideas about like whatever, and I was probably still being like, see, girl can be funny.
Dude, I still feel myself doing that whenever I'm at a mic with all white men. I'm like, in some ways, like, this is my audience. Like, let me just say the most fucked up shit I can think of that, like, I know you guys are gonna laugh at. Like,
yeah.
And it's such a hard, like, because, I really do feel like some of my material, like, I just can't even do it mics because it's not for them.
No. Sometimes I think, like, being in LA, the jump where I, like, feel like it's different has been, first of all, words are powerful, like, identifying as she, they, like, truly being like, okay, not everything in my life is like about, my gender. We joke about this because now everything feels like gender. Yeah. But also feeling like in LA, like you finally see the crowd that you are talking to that feels like your thing. And like, even though there's like the ambitious part of me that's like, I really want to be as broad as possible. I want to prove that we can do it. I want to do this. There's also some inauthenticity of like, trying to appeal to that. And only I think being in LA or also being online has shown you that it's like there's something really amazing about just reaching the people who were.
And also, sometimes that can lead to being more mainstream. Like, you like sometimes like the most niche, crazy. Like, I think of like Chris Fleming, who now, thank God, is starting to have like some mass appeal.
Yeah,
he's so specific that it's almost universal. You know what I mean? Like, just like his delivery is so unique and weird. And
somebody had an amazing comment under Chris Fleming's video where it was like, I never actually understand the specific reference that he's making.
Dude, I say that all the time, but I get it. But I get it just from the way he says it.
It's very much like being a kid and watching an adult cartoon, and they make like some joke like, this is like Rush Limbaugh going to this and doing this, and you're like, oh, yes, and you have no idea who any of those people are, but you're like,
exactly,
that
but funny. But you just
like
know that it's funny,
and you did it. Yeah,
totally.
Yeah, I love. Like, also, you know, they always say that like people don't know what's funny and what's going to work until like the first person does it too. So like when I'm in some ways me trying to be like, I'm going to figure out the system and do really well at that.
Yeah, it's like not how it works.
It's not how it's going to work anyway.
And the more authentic, the more you can be, that's where the success is going to come from.
You do have broad appeal in your content. Like, it's not like your content is so
No,
niche.
it's not. And look, let's be honest, not at all. It's actually very broad.
But in an amazing way.
But you still have your
like,
specific voice, which I think lends itself to, like, I don't know.
That's really nice.
I don't know. It's also easy to say, like, you're just fucking funny. So, like, funny is funny. And ultimately, funny is funny.
It also could be that I just like you and I'm like, you have broad appeal.
Everyone loves
somewhere else. Someone's like, no, she doesn't. I mean, I'm also thinking about like the one time I did a Don't Tell set. Don't tell. I've changed. I've gotten more broad. But I went to Torrance, and
how was that?
Went great. It went perfect.
Yeah.
But there was definitely a moment where I think there was another queer comic, and I saw nobody react to their jokes about gay, and I like really quickly was scribbling like my thing out, and it does happen like that. I don't know why I keep looking as if like we're also supposed to be talking to the camera.
Hi guys. You just know where the camera is all the time.
But I love eye contact, so we're back.
I'm pretending the camera is not rolling.
Oh, okay, that's good, and I think people are really liking that, and they're feeling too seen by me. But like, yeah,
changing the jokes.
I do think I do.
Yeah.
And I think there's something about like, first of all, also just acknowledging that like I'm early in the career too. So like when you're still finding your voice, you are like, I do feel like I'm honing my craft still.
Oh, for sure.
Like just trying to figure out like what is working. But last year I did some stuff, not really in stand-up, but more in sketch, that felt inauthentic. Like it felt like after a while, you know, it was...
What was it?
I know.
I'm like, name it. Like it was with a group. You're right.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Like doing some group stuff felt like it wasn't necessarily like what I felt good about. And then that feels... way worse, whether it does well or especially if it does poorly.
Yeah.
You kind of want to like get ahead of it and being like, by the way, I don't like this either.
Yeah.
By the way,
I hate myself more than you ever could.
Yeah. I hate myself more than you ever could. Yeah. But
the amount of times that I do that on the internet.
Yeah, totally.
I know this is bad, and I just want you to know that I'm bad, and I know it.
And I know it.
Yeah, and I'm posting it anyway.
So before you even comment, I fucking hate myself.
I fucking hate myself. But I think that was the thing for me with... Wait, guys, what was the beginning of this sentence going to be?
Sketch, inauthentic.
Right. Oh, broad... So,
broad
like,
appeal.
I do think that there is both a broad appeal because you think it's funny and people like seeing you think something is funny. And I do. The reason I don't know if you guys, like, the reason you want to do comedy, but, like... it is from this very childhood feeling where like I didn't always get to be friends with everyone, and I desperately wanted to be friends with everyone. And then you find out that if you're funny enough or like whatever, and like people start coming together, and so like it is definitely like a little kid's desire to like get everyone there. And I think there's just like some natural broad appeal like stuff that comes with that of
with
just
wanting
like,
to be friends with everybody in the group. Yes,
wanting to get people
sure.
together. But then you have the example of I did, you know, some stuff with a group that didn't feel authentic. It felt like it felt like not me. It felt like sometimes I was like saying I don't know, jokes that felt cheap or like whatever, and after that, so I saw like the flip side of it of like, this might be something everyone understands too, but like there's something about people feel actually more seen when you are the most true to your one experience, and people hate when you're trying to appeal to every experience because everyone,
that's kind of why, like, I mean, we were talking about this earlier, but you were saying that like streamers or like networks aren't necessarily even looking for like the niche like queer comedies or ever anymore. Like, I just think it's so ridiculous that like networks, like, they have these mandates of like, okay, we want the next Severance, or we want, it's like, you can never predict what the next thing is going to be. That's why you just have to trust an artist with a crazy unique vision, because like that is always going to be the thing that's successful. You're never going to be able to, if you're trying to fit into a mold, that's just the opposite of what's going to work.
And oh, honey, they smell it. They are smelling it. It's kind of crazy the way that it's smellable. Did you get
comments or how?
No, and by the way, this is a conversation within my mind. I'm saying like they knew. No one said anything. No, actually,
like, Danny's being kind of inauthentic in this video. Yeah, I feel like she's not being true to herself.
I do have, and that is the beautiful thing. And like, I think all of us comedians like really value that one friend who like really will tell you. And it's not. I fished it a little bit. Like, I was just like, what do you think? And they're like, yeah, like, you have funnier stuff. And like, I miss, like, they'll say it like that. They're like, oh, I miss this type of stuff you were doing. And like, whatever. Yeah. And I think, like, it's also just something you feel like, it in the back of your head, but then that person who really knows you
says
saying
that
out loud, and you're just like, okay.
Fuck, they can see it too.
Fuck, they can see it too.
I thought it was just me being hard on myself.
Wait, damn it.
Me just obsessively thinking about things. But no. Okay, how do you deal with, like, you put hours and hours of work into a video, and then it tanks?
And then it
not like tanks. Dozens of hours.
So this has never happened to me, by the way, because
of course.
No video's ever tanked in the world.
Yeah.
And obviously we're kidding and we're laughing because it's so
it's just theoretical.
So far,
how would theoretical. How would I deal with it if video
hypothetically
and I got really anxious? Well, I think that my whole thing now, and again, like most things, it feels like don't most things won't do well. It's such a numbers game. But I'm in my third, like, I go into heats of like doing a lot of sketches and then taking a break and whatever. And usually the break is because you figure out you were doing it for the results and the results aren't coming, and you start to question everything, and you just have to recenter your compass. And I think that when something doesn't do well, but I felt really aligned with my compass and I loved the thing, I actually am just like, well, the tech billionaires don't want me to win. And they didn't get this in front of the right people because I'm a genius.
Totally.
But only it sucks when you didn't like it either. So I mean, easier fucking said than done. But like,
because I've tried to tell myself that.
Yeah.
Like, if I love it,
that's
all that matters.
Well, it's
and then it turns out if other people don't love it, I actually don't love it anymore.
I actually don't love it anymore.
I changed my mind. I used to love this, and now I hate it.
I don't know what I was thinking.
But also, it's like you have to, maybe it's because we have to like have it be something that you knew that like before you put it out, you were like, this could get nothing, and it would still be worth like maybe.
But that's what makes it a risk, and that's what makes the original stuff fun. Is that like it's it's a risk. You don't know what people are going to respond to. It's something crazy that is so unique that you came up with, and it's like
literally. But it's also impossible. Like, I say that out loud because I know I have to for my brain. Like, I finally, like, this was the year I realized I'm actually getting nothing by being a cynical person. Like, actually, I check my pockets. There's truly no money coming in from me being cynical.
My bank account.
I just checked. Nothing. I'm super obsessed with the like research that's been made about how like genuinely like optimists live longer.
Yeah.
And so even though like I say all of this out loud, obviously like even when I'm like brainstorming video ideas, the things that rise to the top are things I know work, which inherently is a blended like idea of both what is funny and what is attractive to a human, and also what catches the algorithms, like whatever.
What's
so
tried
it is like a blend of inauthentic and authentic. But I think also that like once I delude myself into being like, okay, if I have to do something and I have to like it, and there isn't a world where I can let myself make a bunch of things I don't like and put it out, because I've tried that. I actually have tried that. I think that is so like circling around to the question, like, how did I deal with that? I got really sad.
Yeah.
I genuinely got burnt out. And now I'm like, okay, cool. I've done the example where I keep white knuckling it and being like, this is going to work. And that didn't work. And so now my hope, prayer, etc., is that you're just actually doing it because you like each thing. And
Totally.
And hard cut to me in 3 months after I've done that, and I go, never mind, I need the likes.
Yeah.
I need the views.
I need the like and subscribe.
Yeah.
I feel like there's I think that's really an insightful way of looking at it too.
I
And
love hearing how different people like handle it, because everyone, because some people are just like, I just know that I'm gonna do a million of them, so if one bombs, that's fine. Like I know I have like a million ideas, and I'm like, but I don't have that either. But also what you're saying is like, is just you tried it that way, it didn't work, and now you're just trying it. Basically, like the process of creating is like just keep
like
trying
throwing different shit at the wall.
Yeah,
And also the thing of
shit.
like knowing that you like tried it one way and trusting,
did you have to go?
No, I'm so engaged.
Okay, great.
I don't
And we
leave
love
yet.
I can't
I'll
believe
leave
we've been going
eventually.
for
I'll
an
leave
hour.
soon.
wait, yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy. Okay,
Are we really powerful?
I think
We're really.
We might be
we're
really
just, like,
powerful. We might have powers.
Really good at talking to each
Fuck.
other. We're
We
just
should
like,
do this.
We should. Wait, guys, we should make a podcast.
This is a podcast. Okay, this conversation is literally a podcast.
Oh my god! All right. Well, I was gonna say, like, to your point, like, what I've been really trying hard, what I've been white knuckling and trying to convince myself is like, I just want to be able to say I'm putting in the work. You know what I mean? I just don't want anyone to be able to say like, oh, she's skating by. She's like, the least, I just want to feel like, okay, at least I am like actually trying and I'm actually doing it. Whether or not I even like what I'm putting out, I just want it to be like, I'm really doing it.
Yeah, I guess like a different way to look at like you like the end result, because you're right. Actually, that is kind of a perfection. That could get into perfectionism territory, which is no good, obviously. But it's like also I know myself, this at least tickled me in some way. And like that being important. The only thing that sucks is when you actively made it, which again, like I've experienced when you do like paid for content or something like that.
Not for you at all.
Yeah, it was not for me at all. But like I've definitely had before, like somebody gives you a script.
For us in terms of give us money.
In terms of,
but not for us
it.
in terms of like,
No
this
one
is your
wants to
authentic
do that.
voice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Literally.
When someone handed you a script and was like, make this.
Yeah. Somebody handed me a script and was like, make this, and that felt so painful.
Did they give you a good amount
Was it
of
worth
money
it?
at least? Yeah.
Yeah, but then the video didn't do well, and they went, guess it was you, and I'm like,
No. What about the words from this
What about
script
the words
that
you
you
put in
Yeah,
the
what
thing?
the fuck?
But I also think that there is obviously something so true of it is like a numbers thing and like whatever, and this is not helpful for my career or any of our careers, but I also think that like I've stopped letting the very commercial, very not for us like way that the system has been set up get to the way I look at the art. So like sometimes we'll have, like, there was a moment, I think a couple of years ago for at least in TikTok where like nothing was getting pushed out to other people. And I'm not going to like sit here and cry, what's it called? Shadow banned or whatever. But, just moments where you're like, okay, there is literally not the same eyes or whatever that was happening before.
Yeah.
And I have to not let that spiral me out of control when there are actual numbers behind this to make someone feel addicted to trying and trying again and whatever. And so I don't know. I know it also could be seen as like a cop out or whatever, but it's like this world really does want a lot from us that we need to keep for ourselves. And I think this new way of going about things, I'm like realizing, because I've been burnt out as an artist, we have to decide what are the things are non-negotiable that like we have to keep. One of them is like literally remembering that this is run by billionaires who don't care if I don't do well.
Yeah.
Right.
Obviously, you could take that way too much as a thing and be like, fuck, the Mark Zuckerberg didn't like my poop joke and he wants me dead. But it's a little true. I hope.
Damn.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it as well. That's basically like none of it matters. So
Yeah.
Why would it? They hate all of us.
Yeah, you probably look like I don't think any of my advice is good for people just starting out.
No,
because people just starting out, it's kind of like suck it up, do it, whatever, like do a million, whatever.
But that's all just, you have to get started in some way.
Yeah,
you just
exactly.
have to literally make it happen.
I think the things I've been saying are for the person who is just like, I have tried everything and like whatever, and it doesn't feel good, and then you're like, the only thing that's going to keep you in any creative field is something that doesn't make you feel like not yourself. Like, I genuinely feel like it's so easy to lose yourself the way art is being made right now because it's so algorithmically driven. It's, whatever. So like, if that's what you want, that's maybe the other thing is like, we want to be comedians. Like, it would be nice to be an influencer in views and in likes and in money, but that's not why we got into it.
I know, and every advice on content is all like influencer advice. It's like, use a trending audio.
Yeah.
I want like a comedian's advice. So that's why I bring people on the podcast that I want to talk to. And I force them to tell me their secrets.
And mine are just so woo-woo of just like, believe, be authentic. No, because all of that is not advice on how to do well in content. It's just how to not go crazy.
Which is part of it.
But that's so part of it.
Because I feel like I'm going crazy. I'm trying to do a new thing where I batch write and film and edit, so that I just have like
downtime,
backlog, downtime. Like I want a database of like 20 short FaceTime.
Yeah.
What did you call them?
Front facing camera.
Yeah. I call them story time.
Oh, nice.
Which is a name that I invented. Okay, and then we're gonna go. But wait, do you have a secret?
Oh yeah. And let me think of one right now.
Okay.
Because you know how I told you I was going to think of one, and I'm going to do it right now. And here it is. My secret, and this is a secret that no one else knows.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's awesome.
No, it could be.
Oh, it could be one that some people know.
It is.
Cut all this part out.
Something that nobody else knows.
Okay, ask me again.
So do you have a secret?
Yeah, I have a secret. Okay, so basically, when I was in high school, there was this thing called the Poop Bandit. And this was a 6-year long tradition. So like longer than a person could be in high school, where sometimes you would go into a bathroom and there would be poop smeared on the walls. It was traumatic and awful. And also like you couldn't make that much.
You mean, so there were multiple?
Poop. Well, there was so much poop. You just, so yes, the secret is that it was a multi-generational like thing. Like somebody would pass the tradition down to a different poop
It was like
bandit.
a school of
my
poop,
God.
of bath,
And
like
then
the Hogwarts for poop.
I think it's more like, it's like a Hogwarts thing, but it might be like, did Banksy do this where like sometimes people do things and they're like, I'm Banksy, or like,
oh yeah, but it's actually multiple.
Yeah, but it's actually multiple people like doing something. I think that's what the Poop Bandit was.
Gotcha.
And one time I didn't see the person do it, but like somebody basically decided I'm gonna be the Poop Bandit for this year, and I saw him basically write down that he was gonna do that, and heard him talk about it. So I know who you are. Like,
wait.
Send me money.
You the Poop Bandit?
No, oh my God, no.
no.
And I guess in a lot of ways, this story did make it seem like I was gonna say I did it.
I was so excited for you to talk about
that'd be
shitting on all
dude.
of
Oh,
that.
you'd get 1 million views. No, but the people at Los Gatos High School are going, what? No one else
all
cares.
Of our listeners.
Yeah. It's mainly
From
LGHS. Los Gatos. High School.
Los Gatos.
Los Gatos.
Scat like poop.
Okay,
You
we're
scatter that
laughing.
poop.
Okay, now we're staying one more hour.
Okay, and keep it rolling.
And Danny, thank you so much for coming on the Entapod.
Thanks for
You're
letting
such
me
a
on.
joy.
You guys
You're
are
so
joy.
funny.
I had
You're
the best
so
time.
wonderful.
This is so much fun.
And thank you for opening up and letting us and letting me complain about content.
Anytime, baby. Me too.
I want to join.
And we're all part of it.